needed. You said perfection isn't found in you. Your righteousness is Jesus. I pray this song will do exactly what it's made to do. Show people your love for us is infinite and faithful too. I pray this song goes way beyond a song of praise to you, but shows you that I love you and I'm thankful too. I pray
this
you
is
do.
my heart's cry. Yeah. I wanna live so you can be glorified. And every single thing that I do, let my life be pleasing to you.
I got picked up his head and
I was just telling you yesterday, because I remember you had told me the story. That's a pretty rough way, man, to get into a neighborhood, because the way you put it, like that's what made him get in. But man, it's tragic, man. The life he had made a choice to be from a gang, but he didn't even get the opportunity to really be a gang member. He got the result of what most gang members get, as far as either getting shot, getting killed, or being in prison for life or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was about to graduate high school too, and
wow,
his plans was to go to the army. And
wow.
He took a bullet, and now I got my dead homeboy, and I mean I seen dead bodies.
So he died in your arms?
Well, he was already dead, bro. But I mean, he had a pause though. He had a pause, but the cops weren't trying to get the ambulance there. They were just trying to get us. So
yeah, that's how it is, man.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, honestly,
that happens a lot. I heard somebody talking about that. Happens a lot in South Central.
Yeah,
because it's pretty active out there, and they say that they hesitate on even showing up because they're scared, supposedly, of the gang members. But the point is that people are not getting medical attention as fast as they should, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Has anybody else died in close to you like that, or in your arms?
Oh yeah, I had a second homeboy who died on me in '94. It's Indian or '93.
What was his name?
That was Little Crook. His name was Regal.
Regal, yeah.
Yeah, and the homie Richard Liao.
I went to school with Regal. I went to elementary with him. To Willard, man. I didn't even know until he passed away that was him. I didn't even know that was Regal. But go ahead, tell us how. You don't gotta tell us specifics, but what happened there?
Yeah, that day we used to go cruise Woodard Boulevard, and what happened was that at that time they were trying to have us to have a peace treaty with every gang, every Sureño in every area for us to get along. Of course, there was something for me to go along with because I was very active with my gang, and so what happened was that I ended up telling the homies who was with me that night in that car, you know what, though, if those guys don't tell us nothing, don't even bother with them. Just bust a U-turn, and at the same time we're busting a U-turn, this car was busting a U-turn. Something made me look at him, and I see the back window go down, see this guy with the mustache started shooting towards me. I still remember the flashes in his face, lighting up his face, because this was in the night.
How many of you guys were in the car?
We had 3 in the front and 4 in the back.
Wasn't there? Cause I was there too, and I just remember the car pulling up, and everybody jumping in to follow the other car, and then I remember there was a lot of us there, man. I was on a home pass from placement in '94, man. When I remember right before that, you came out around the corner. I don't know from where, man. You came out of nowhere running. Boom! Throwing something at a car. I don't know.
Yeah, I was swinging at it to get out of the way.
You guys were at the taco shop, I think. You know how it has a little by Tommy's?
Yeah.
And you came. I don't know what happened, but
yeah, there was traffic going on at from cruising the boulevard, and I had the homeboy dead in my lap.
Yeah.
He got shot in his left hand side, like by his temple, and it came out of his forehead.
Did it go like this or something like that, or like didn't it go through his hand or something?
No, it went through here and it came out right here. So I put my fingers to stop him from bleeding. The blood will pull my fingers out. Wow. So I told the homeboy Largo, he passed away.
Yeah, Largo, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, that homeboy right there.
I seen both of you guys. You and Largo had blood all over yourselves, man.
Yeah, so I told Largo go grab him, and I would do what I would do for our homeboy because they were caught up on traffic. I jumped off the car and thinking that socking these people, getting out of the way, we could take the homeboy to the hospital sooner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was doing when he said that I swung at people. It was because people were just shocked seeing me with blood on my face, chunks of meat. I had brain tissue on my arms, my chest, my face.
Wow.
That night when he got blasted, and those guys were shooting at us. The homies kept telling me, "Duck, down or duck." I couldn't duck. I just was stuck on looking at this guy. Something made me duck. I found my face hot. I told the homies, "Hey, I think I got shot. I feel my face hot." And the homeboy Cougar, the homeboy Devil looked back at me. Throw down, or you got blood on your face. I wiped my face down. I put my hands in front of me. The homeboy Crook head was in my lap. So I started trying to stop him from bleeding. I told my homeboy Largo grab him, and he was freaking out. He didn't know what to do. What do you want to do? And
I remember Largo was he was out of it, man.
Yeah.
He was like, he went into like a trance because that was his boy, huh?
That was
that was their. But I'm saying like him and Crook, they were pretty close at that time, huh?
Yeah. We're always together every night. So I grabbed him, and that's when I jumped up the car to stop, get the traffic out of the way. And everybody was just stunned to see me with the full blood in my face and everything. People were just with their mouth open. I socked people up, get the heck out of the way, and we made it to the hospital, and you won't believe it, the homeboy was still alive.
Yeah, I remember, bro. There was a lot more of us. We didn't even know all this was happening. We were went with some girls or something.
Yeah.
And we ended up back in the neighborhood, and then we found out, and then we went back to the hospital in Montebello, and that's where we were all at. That's where we seen you guys, I think.
Yeah, we were hiding on top of the Beverly Hospital because the cops trying to snatch us up, and we're in this life, in our life, because our life as a gang member is the life that these guys they're claiming gangs today is not the same.
So Crook got shot in '94. What happened after that in the following months? Anything significant happened, or you just kept gangbanging, or what happened?
I still had blood on my face, still had blood on my pants, and wouldn't even change my clothes or wash my face. I had a homeboy that told me at least wash my face, and it got me so upset. I rushed him. How you expect me to take the only memory I got of my homeboy, the blood on my face, dog. And from being out there all night and all day, finally the third day I made it home, up in West Covina where I was staying at, and just threw myself in bed, bro. And my beautiful mom took advantage, and she washed the clothes that I was wearing that night. Because I had big chunks of his brain. And I got up so upset because my mom ended up washing my clothes. And you won't believe it. The stain of the blood, it was still in my pants, and the chunks of meat.
After she washed her clothes?
After washing my clothes, bro. But imagine, I was out there for 3 days still with the same clothes. So I got the pants, and I go, "Look at Mom," and I go, "It's all right." And I still kept them like that, folded in my closet. And my beautiful mom, she didn't know what to do, dog. So she thought cutting that part of my pants that I would let go of this memory. And no, this memory of the homeboy, I still got it. I'll never take it off my head, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's pretty tragic, man, when we lose friends, loved ones. I remember losing my first friends at a young age, man. Very, very young age. 12, 13 years old. Chico and Andy, I'm sure you remember.
Oh, yeah.
What I wanted to ask is, how much time between when Crook passed away to the incident at St. Anthony's or across the street?
A couple months after.
Okay, so let's fast forward. So, you're grieving the homie, doing whatever, still gangbanging. So tell us about this night. I remember this night. I was supposed to go. We were all planning on going to the carnival, and at St. Anthony's. And for some reason, I think I had stayed up the whole night before, and I slept through the whole day.
Huh.
So I woke up around, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock. And I called our friend Juan's house, and I remember Chato was there.
Yeah.
Chato answers, and he tells me that everybody already went to the carnival.
Right.
So, me, I kind of look at it like maybe the Lord kept me from going or something. And, I always look at it because something pretty crazy happened that night. I mean, I know nothing else happened to anybody else, but walk us through that night. You get to the carnival. How did that day come about?
Well, since that day, I felt a lot of evilness in me. I was out in West Covina at that time. I always said to everybody that I will never be like my dad. That I will never be like that man. Well, since I was little, I'll say this, right? And whoever thought later on, from the age of 19, I became worse than this man.
Wow.
I was blind before I became blind. And, I tried to, I had a court order that I had to graduate from high school.
Just for the record, you're blind, right?
I'm blind today, yeah.
Okay. Tell us about that this night where you were at you guys went to a carnival, or how did that go?
Yeah. Well, the reason I mentioned what I mentioned is because I was with one foot in and one foot out. And the reason why I'm mentioning this, it doesn't work. Meaning, I dropped out of high school and I ended up getting a job with my brothers working in construction. So what happened was that at that time when I get out of work, I'll still go gangbang, but I would show up to work, park a stolen car like 3 blocks away from the job site. And these girls that we know wanted to party with me, and I told them that I'll get together with them and don't worry about anything, right? Because I was making some good money at that time. And what happened was that driving from West Covina to Rosemead, I knew something was going to happen. I knew I was up to no good. So what happened was that I got with the girls. I had 3 carloads of girls, and they just wanted to party with me. But I came out with an excuse to go to the homeboy Cougar's house, that I needed to go pick something up. So that's when the homeboys told me about the carnival. And of course, my first thing is to let's go represent our gang, right? And I told the homeboys, jump in the car, don't even worry about them girls, and we end up going to the carnival.
So you were driving that night?
No, I wasn't driving. I was with the girls who were driving.
Okay.
Yeah, so we ended up going to the carnival, and as soon as we got out the cars, I seen the deputies, San Gabriel police right there, and they're already looking at us. So I grabbed one of the girls, told her, you know what, you're my girlfriend.
Who were the girls? Do I know?
Yeah, homeboy, some sisters, Adriana.
Okay.
Adriana Frosty's sister, and a few other people. All were her friends, right? And we walk in, and the deputies right away recognized us and rushed us, and I'm gonna lick it.
Who was there? Who was with you that night?
The homeboy Largo, homeboy Devil, who else? Chato.
Chato wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Chato was at Cougars.
Yeah,
He's the one that told me that you guys went.
Oh, so you didn't jump in the car?
No,
then?
he was at Cougars.
Okay, 'cause that's why I went to Cougars, and we all jumped in the cars.
Yeah,
So
he
I
didn't.
guess-
He stayed back.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, a few other homeboys that went, and what happened was that I told a girl that just go along with me. She's my girlfriend tonight, and I told the cops that I was just here to get in a few rides, and I work in construction. I showed them my paycheck that I had to go to Cancun, and that night I didn't make it. What happened was that I ended up going across the street where this carnival is in St. Anthony's. It's a Catholic church, and right across the street from St. Anthony's is Carlos Jr.
Mm-hmm.
there were some girls in the payphone. You know, back in our days, we had payphones.
Yeah.
So after jamming up a few guys who act like they're gang members and stuff, but they're not for nowhere, I decided to go across the street to meet these girls. And then the homeboys seen my look right away. They're like, "Hey, where you going?" I go, "Just don't worry about it. Keep them girls busy, right?" And then I went across the street, got this girls out the payphone, and the homeboy Cougar yells out my name. He throws me initials of my rival gangs, and points at this white Explorer. I told him, "Don't you see me? I'm busy," but something made me look towards that truck that he pointed at. It was in a drive-through Carlos Jr. And I told this girl, "I'll be right back." And this girl not even knowing me, she pushes me back and she starts crying. Like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you crying for? I want nothing to happen to you." But I didn't see all that at that moment at the time. My whole point was to go and beat the heck out of these guys from my rival enemies. And I pushed her off. Put my hands where the window goes down. Asked these guys, "Hey, where you guys from?" They knew exactly who I was. I knew exactly who they were. Two of those guys actually ratted me out in high school, and they're the ones who introduced me to East Lake Juvenile Hall and these other camps. So what happened was that the guy in the front seat, in the passenger side, I told him, "Hey, get off the car." I tried to open the door. He locked the door on me. I couldn't believe what just happened. I shook my head to the right, shook my head to the left, and the guy in the back seat behind the passenger side kept staring at me. So I went to his window, where the window goes down, put my hands right there. Now, what you staring at? You're from this so-called South. I was just suspecting their gang, just suspecting them, hoping that these 5 guys would get out the car and fight me. Well, they wouldn't. They're just stuck like they seen a ghost. So I tried to open his door, and what happened was that he locked the door on me too. I couldn't believe what was going on. I did a step back, yelled out that I was down from Barrio Lomas. He opened his eyes, he ducks, and I did a step forward to see what he was doing and put half of my body inside this white Explorer. He didn't even know half of my body was in there. That when he grabbed the gun under the driver's seat, he cocks it, he turns around. I was so close to him, he almost kissed me. He put the gun in my face, it's like this shaking. And to this day, I still remember that clip rattling in that gun. I had a choice at that moment, at that time, that I could, either run and be known as a punk, as a leva, as a nobody. But you know what, though? In my generation, a lot of my homeboys had the same gangster mentality as me. They would end up killing me if I end up doing that. But you know what, though? That was not in my heart. So what I ended up doing, I said, F this guy, and I rushed him yelling out Lomas and tried to grab the gun away from him. And he threw himself in the back seat, and all I remember is boom, got shot on my head, shot on my neck, shot on my arm. I was like this on the floor with my eyes hanging out. My right eye was hanging on my cheek, my left eye was popping out.
How many times did you get shot?
I got shot right here on my head, right here in my neck, right here in my arm, and I had a bullet lodged in my shoulder for.
So how many times? 4?
3 times, bro.
3 times, okay.
Yeah. At that time.
Where did you get? Where you said on your arm, your neck, and where else?
My head.
So the one to the head was pretty tragic, right?
Yeah, it went through above my ear, by your temple, and it came out of my left eye where your eye socket lays at.
Which is why you're blind now, right?
Correct. That's how I end up losing my vision. By getting shot on my head. That's the one that damaged me.
So what's the next thing you remember? What's the first thing you remember after that incident?
Well, I remember getting shot, and I felt something hot, and I remember just like this weird noise, like a wicked noise, and I just like, cause when I rushed that guy, I like swung my arm and started to rush him, right? Well, at the time, my arm went through the truck, bro. My arm went through the truck, and then I swung so hard I caught myself, and I put my hands where my knees are at, and I looked forward, and there I was on the floor with my ass hanging out. My spirit came out of my body.
You're saying you could see yourself?
I see myself. It's not that I can. I see myself dead on the floor. Dead on the floor. So when I go, what the?
So you're conscious of this when you got shot?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what? I mean, what happened?
So at
next?
the moment I see myself dead on the floor, I got scared, bro, and I just ran towards the church. Like I ran towards the right, And I was going towards the church, and I seen the homeboy Largo coming towards me, and I yelled out Largo, and when I yelled out Largo, my whole body went through him, just whoo. And I go, what, excuse my language, but I said some bad words, and I said some F words, and I just I go, what the, and I turn around, and from far away, like towards the church, I seen it was very, very cloudy, and I see some guys, and they had hoodies on, they had it's just the shadow of them, and in front of a brown casket, like with the way I am right now, like in front of this table, but standing up though.
Okay.
And a homeboy Gordo had just got killed 2 months before I ended up getting shot.
Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry Sandoval. And he got killed. He lived right across the street from that Carlos Jr.
Wasn't he from KGB too?
Yeah, he was from another KGB guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he became for Lomas too.
Okay,
And,
so after you get shot, you go here. You have this supernatural experience. After that, what happened? Like, how long were you in the hospital?
well, what happened, when I told you that I see these homeboys in front of this brown casket, I went around the brown casket, and I told the homeboy Gordo to come here. He came to my ear, and every movement that I would do was so wicked. I told him, I thought you were dead. He swung back, he swung his arm. I follow his chest, follow his arm, and follow his finger. The homeboy got shot 3 times in his chest. He had no holes in his chest. But I could see his eyes clear. He had green eyes. I could see him clear, but not the other people. He pointed at this brown casket. There was a body in it, but to be honest with you, my punk got so scared. I let go of his hand, and I walked away from my best friend. I'm walking faster and faster. I kept looking back. My homeboy shaking his head up and down. Half of my body went to this darkness and this wicked noise again. And I got stuck there. I made a fist on how the noise was so wicked that I said, what the? And I said the F word, and I turned my whole body to hear where that noise came from. And my whole body got sunk into this darkness. And I made a fist again, and there's a lady yelling, saying, relax, relax. What do you mean relax? I called her, be this, be that. I'm in pain. I should see my dead homeboy. I should see myself dead. What do you mean relax? I'm calling her so many bad words while she was asking me if I feel her touching my left leg to move my index finger. I finally
That was the people in the hospital.
Yeah. I didn't know at that time. I didn't know. So I did move my index finger, and she's like, oh my God, doctor. Doctor ran in too. He started telling me the same thing that lady told me. I just started telling him too. What do you mean? Where am I at? I just see my dead homeboy. I see myself dead. I'm in damn pain. Who are you? I heard like 3 steps, like somebody's walking away from you. And like a squeak, like somebody looked back at you. And he goes, Alex Carpio, it's unbelievable you're alive. And of course, I started cussing at him, telling him, what the heck you mean I'm alive? I just told you I see myself dead. I see my dead homeboys.
Were you talking, or was this all in your mind?
Well, for people who, like what I went through, because they brought me back in life support with the machine in my throat, that's how they brought me back to life.
So you were experiencing all this within yourself. You weren't talking, right? To the doctor?
Is that like let me tell you how. When I was in life support, you can hear your own self. You can hear other people.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But
yeah.
they
you can hear your own self. Yeah, they can't hear you. But
you hear me right
you're
now?
hearing your own self talk. It's
Exactly.
kind of like talking to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and then nobody will answer me, so I was going crazy in the hospital, bro. That I would take my tubes off, and of course he started strapping me down.
I've had thoughts like that, like it's kind of like a fear. Like some of these people, like they get in accidents or something can happen. Like they're just driving and boom, they never seen it coming. They end up somewhere flatlining, or they bring them back. Something crazy, yeah. But they wake up, but they can't move. Maybe they're paralyzed. Like they can't do nothing. They're just awake, and that's a scary thought, man.
Yeah, but at the moment when I went through that cloudiness and that darkness, there was a point when somebody was pulling my shirt, and I thought it was the paramedics trying to rip my shirt open. I thought because my shirt was full of blood, so when you jump in the swimming pool, and how you come out of the swimming pool with the shirt and it sticks to your body.
Yeah.
Well, that's how this person like was pulling my shirt in, and he's saying, excuse my language, but bleep. Yeah, well, I heard this person saying the F word, and I grabbed his hand. I grabbed not his hand, I grabbed his shoulder, and I said, "Help me."
I came alive when you came into my life, and you know it hurt when you turned and walked away. Yeah, I could have run after all you done for me. Yeah, and you keep me just holding on. Look ahead, came alive. This is by the grace of God. I should have been a statistic. Look how I faced the odds. Suicide used to race through my thoughts like click. Oops, I forgot the safety was on. But I thank the Lord I made it. I'm feeling so elated, cause I'm free like a kid running through the forest naked. I must admit though, sin is overrated. Cause first you think you like it, and then you grow to hate it. But thank God that side of me is dead. I got the Holy Ghost live inside of me instead. And now I sleep good, real comfy in the bed. Just kick it like a dog trying to hunt me in the leg. Was it something that I said? Cause my friends won't come around. Hate when I talk about Jesus, want me to dumb it down. But greater is the power in me, so the more that they hate it is the louder I sing. I came alive when you came into my life, and you know it hurt when you turned and walked away. Yeah, I could have run after all you done for me. Yeah, and you keep me just holding on. What if you had a question and the answer don't exist? A lot of dudes is angry so they answer with they fists, and nothing is resolved if they bandage up their wrists. Picturing success, but it's like the camera just won't click. But I relate to pain because I know the feeling. Look, my wrists are bleeding. Am I supposed to feel it? I should call the ambulance, but this is so fulfilling. Hey, at least I'm not the guy on TV who just choked his children. And this is how we justify sin. Like forget about our souls, we rather customize our rims. But it's gonna live forever when it comes outside our skin. And life can never be rewritten like you stuck without a pen. That's why it helps to know the author of the book. Cause I could give you 16 to offer you a hook, warn you in every line and even caution you to look. But when the doctor says deliver, your only option is to push.